Hello everybody, this is Ian, and since my last History in Microsoft Paint video is the most viewed video on my channel, I decided to make a second one regarding the events of Dream SMP. I have no idea why that video hit 4K views, because I can't actually draw. And now, I will present to you the history of L'Manberg's War for Independence in Microsoft Paint.
I heard there was a special place where men could go and emancipate the brutality and the tyranny of their rulers.
Let's start at the beginning. The Dream SMP is a Minecraft server run by, you guessed it, Dream, Minecraft speedrunner, the Green Boy. He's unstoppable, unless of course Nectoblade's involved, and then there's issues. Now where this starts, there's a bit of a background conflict regarding the discs of Tommy Innit, who's a British streamer that makes me irrationally angry because he's my age and is more successful than I ever will be. It just keeps me up at night that I'll never be as popular as Tommy Innit. So in the early days of the Dream Team SMP, Dream was actually killed by Tommy, and in revenge Dream decided to steal Tommy's prized music discs, which he did. And this would lead to a back and forth conflict between Tommy and Dream, stealing the discs, losing them, and repeat. And this has been a background conflict on the server, and it's still going on to today, and this will be very important later, so just discs cause conflict. Discs bad, but also good because people want discs. So just keep in the back of your mind that Tommy and Dream have beef regarding some music discs. Enter stage left, Wilbur Soot. On his first day on the server, he set up a van in the woods with Tommy in it as an ally. After acting pretty suspicious, they did steal some items in order to make their drugs. They were caught by Sapnap, another person that plays on the server, and the plan crumbled. But this was not the end of Wilbur Soot. He had new plans. You see, Wilbur had noticed something. Most of his allies on the server were European, while many of their enemies were American. So he decided he would start something. He would start a new nation on the server built up of entirely Europeans. So he declared the nation of L'Manberg into existence and built a wall around his drug van. So Wilbur decided he'd get a little team together, a team of his citizens in his nation, who were himself, Tommy Innit, Tubbo, Eret, and Fundy. Dream himself was initially okay with this. He's like, okay, cool, they've done their thing. As long as they stay subordinate to me, it's fine. In fact, Tommy's house, yeah, that place, we're gonna make it an embassy to L'Manberg. However, on July 27th, Wilbur drafted the Declaration of Independence from Dream SMP. After hearing about this declaration, Dream created his own declaration, which just so happened to be a declaration of war. So let's set the stage. You got George Not Found, Sapnap, Huns, all led by Dream on one side, and on the other side you have Wilbur Soot, Tommy Innit, Fundy, Eret, and Tubbo. So war has begun. The troops of L'Manberg, dressed in Hamilton-style uniforms, they were going to fight for their freedom from the Dream SMP and work to make L'Manberg its own separate nation. So essentially Tubbo, a member of L'Manberg, had been brewing potions and working on gear and stuff in a jungle base that was fairly far from spawn. However, Dream decided, no. So the Dream team traveled to Tubbo's base, murdered him multiple times, and broke his bed and sent him back to spawn. However, the war was far from over, and Wilbur and Dream settled on a time to have the next battle. To combat the Dream team, Tommy Innit set up the 5th Battalion, which was comprised of Fundy, Tommy, Wilbur, Eret, and Tubbo, so basically the whole nation is just in a battalion now. Together, the L'Manberg army marched towards the L'Manberg embassy, which was formerly Tommy's home. The Dream team army, which was made up of Dream, Huns, George, and Sapnap, held the high ground and had far superior gear to the L'Manberg army. However, things were only getting started. As the battle began, Sapnap shot a fire arrow towards the ground and ignited a ton of TNT, destroying the area and almost killing the entirety of the L'Manberg's army. They survived, but were forced to retreat into the embassy. Once inside, Wilbur gave the order to give all arrows to Tommy and Tubbo, as they held all the bows on the team. Due to heavy amounts of fire from Dream's forces, the group attempted to flee into the sewers. Wilbur, however, called them off, demanding that they stay and fight. The army charged out of the embassy, firing arrows at the Dream team, who were stationed on a nearby tower. Soon, Dream gave the order to retreat to another location. What began next was known as the Battle of the Two Towers. In order to cut off Dream's army, the L'Manberg army raced to Pun's tower, which was nearby. Soon, they took the high ground and rained arrows down on Dream's army. The Dream team's arrows couldn't reach the top of the tower, meaning that the L'Manberg army was safe, so the order was once again given for them to retreat by Dream, making the second battle won by Wilbur's forces. Eret then suggested that the army regroup at L'Manberg, which they did. However, what happened next would mark a turning point in the war. Eret, claiming he had developed a new secret weapon, led the L'Manberg forces into an underground room known as the Final Control Room. This, however, was a cleverly designed trap. and when a button in the room was pressed, a door was opened and Dream's army entered the room, massacring the L'Manberg troops. This resulted in a great loss of armor and equipment. Worst of all, Eret had betrayed L'Manberg for Dream. This shocked all of L'Manberg, and would mark the turning point in the war. Shocked and angered by Eret's betrayal, Wilbur asks for peace talks, to which Dream replies that they will only accept unconditional surrender and that they will destroy L'Manberg if demands are not met within 30 minutes. Wilbur, however, thought Dream was bluffing and stood his ground, stating, "Independence or death. If we get no revolution, then we want nothing." Dream then lit off TNT, which was connected to a system that destroyed most of the center of the nation. In panic and terror, Tommy then led the surviving members of the team into a secret bunker beneath the nation. With their nation, gear, and armor gone, all hope seemed lost. Wilbur and Tommy went to Dream for conditions of surrender. Wilbur had told Tommy to stay calm. However, Tommy insulted Dream and used very colorful language, and then challenged him to a bow duel. If Tommy won, L'Manberg would be free and the war would be over, and if Dream won, L'Manberg would not get its independence and Tommy would give up one of his prized music discs. At the count of Wilbur, both sides took 10 paces apart, turned, and fired, and at the end of it, Dream had won. However, Tommy had one last trick up his sleeve. He entered private negotiations with Dream and promised the surrender of all his prized music discs in order to get L'Manberg's independence. The discs had come in clutch, and Tommy had sacrificed his most valuable items in order to win the war. L'Manberg had gained independence due to Tommy's sacrifice. After the war, Wilbur was named the first president of L'Manberg, Tommy was declared vice president, Tubbo became Secretary of State, and Fundy was declared Wilbur's champion.
Who's my little champion? Who's my little champion?
Eret the traitor, meanwhile, was declared king of the Dream SMP, which was agreed upon by Dream. It appeared that the war was over and that peace would last, but soon a new threat on the horizon emerged. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Special thanks to all members of the Dream SMP for making an amazing series that is very enjoyable to watch. And also thank you to the Dream Team SMP Wiki, which I have used heavily in the making of this video, just because even if I watched all the videos back, I don't think I'd be able to remember all of the facts. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.